Huh. Just making sure you're awake. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. I am the Crypto Crow. It is Sunday evening, my time. You're gonna watch this. Well, today, right now, it's Monday for you. So I've been super busy cranking out stuff, trying to get my website for this game that I've had in development for a while. Trying to get this website launched so I can announce it to everybody and start building up that newsletter. And so I'm going to be working probably all day tomorrow on that. I might do a video today, but I'm recording this now for now. Yeah, you get it. So anyway, I'm going to be talking about some really big stuff, and I'm going to show you a little video clip, and then I do towards the end I have a paid segment for a Cardano based project. It's been a while, but I'm going to go over it basically with you. I know a little bit about it, but I'm going to go through the website and things with you guys a little bit and see what your thoughts are, because I'm actually curious what your thoughts are on the project. But before we do all that, we are going to get to something I have been calling and saying for so long, and it is now finally proven. We're going to jump right to it. Before I do, I'm going to give Altcoin Daily credit for this, because as I'm working, I'm just clicking around, watching random stuff on YouTube, and Altcoin Daily's video popped up with this story. And so I'm like, when I get through this, you're going to realize I've been calling this for, I don't know, 2 years. I mean, at least. So we're going to get into this a bit. Sam Bankman-Fried's Alameda Research secretly funded crypto media site The Block and its CEO. Sorry, I'm not sure what happened. CEO Michael McCaffrey has resigned as a result of the loans coming to light. The Block confirmed. Let's just dive into this a bit, shall we? Because this dirtbag really needs as much coverage as possible. So let's go into it. Crypto media site The Block was secretly funded over the last 2 years. Have I not been calling this for 2 years? I never knew why, but I've been saying for so long. It is so weird how so many news websites just keep dumping, just shitting all over Cardano for no reason, creating this BS narrative that it's a ghost chain. It's just all these different things. It is amazing to me that this is at least why The Block, I'm sure many others, but this is at least why The Block was putting out so much crap about Cardano for over 2 years. By Sam Bankman-Fried's Alameda Research, The Block confirmed on Friday. The Block CEO, Michael McCaffrey, immediately resigned after the loans came to light and will also step down from the Block's board. The company said no one at the company had any knowledge of the loans except McCaffrey. He was making a power play for himself. According to The Block, McCaffrey received 3 loans for a total of $43 million from 2021 through this year. The first loan was for $12 million in 2021 to buy out other investors in the media company, at which time McCaffrey took over as CEO. The second was for $15 million in January to fund day-to-day operations. And the third was for $16 million earlier this year for McCaffrey to purchase personal real estate in the Bahamas, according to The Block. Does this not make you sick? Bobby Moran, The Block's chief revenue officer, will step into the role of CEO effective immediately, according to the report. I truly hope The Block starts really publishing some quality content related to Cardano for the 2 years of BS FUD narrative that has cost so many in potential gains. But, you know, I mean, it's not really their responsibility, right, to post positivity. If what they think is what they think, freedom of speech, all that, more power to you. But knowing now that basically, what is that, 40 something, 42, $43 million that was basically given to the original CEO. Not even, and I'm sure this wasn't even just to suppress Cardano, but basically, I'm willing to hazard a guess. I haven't even read this whole thing. We're going to get into it a bit, but ultimately to FUD decentralized projects. That's what I'm guessing. Because, well, and I'm going to play a little video clip from Charles Hoskinson here in just a minute that basically spells it out. And it's exactly the same stuff I've been saying forever. No one at the block had any knowledge of this financial arrangement besides Mike, Moran said in a statement. From our own experience, we have seen no evidence that Mike ever sought to improperly influence the newsroom or research teams, particularly in their coverage of SBF, FTX, and Alameda research. I mean, what else are you going to say? Who knew, right? I mean, of course. Bankman-Fried, known as SBF, is the founder and former CEO of FTX, a crypto exchange that filed for bankruptcy last month after CoinDesk revealed an unusually close relationship between FTX and Alameda, a trading firm affiliated with FTX. Even that feels very, okay. In a tweet thread on Friday, McCaffrey said that in early 2021, the company was in dire straits, and the only option that materialized was to secure a $12 million loan for his holding company from Sam Bankman-Fried. He said he didn't disclose that loan, nor a subsequent $15 million loan to anyone, since he didn't want knowledge of the loan to be seen as compromising the objectivity of the coverage of Sam Bankman-Fried and his companies. Talk about undisclosed paid advertisement. How does this fly? If this guy walks without anything, when you've got influencers out there getting slammed for millions of dollars for promoting projects that ultimately turned out to be scams, what happens with this gentleman? I'm just curious. I'm guessing nothing because of all the other relationships associated with this. I mean, legalities, law, all that stuff, it only really pertains to people on the opposite side of whoever's running the ship. I mean, let's be real. McCaffrey added that he never attempted to influence. I love how I'm sorry. I hate it when people do this, so I'm going to try not to. McCaffrey added that he never attempted to influence coverage of FTX, Alameda, or SBF. Kind of like Sam Bankman-Fried saying, I never tried to fraud anybody. I mean, you didn't try. You just did. You just flat out did. And you didn't have to try very hard because you're just pretty good at it. Frank Chaparro, an editor at large at the Block, said in a tweet that he was gutted by this news, which was briefed to the company this afternoon, adding that McCaffrey kept every single one of us in the dark. I'm going to play this quick video by Charles Hoskinson, and I'm letting you know I am playing this directly off of Altcoin Daily because I found it on their site. I didn't see this on Charles' website, so I want to credit Altcoin Daily. And just to let everybody know, I'm actually going to be on Altcoin Daily in December. I think we're going to be shooting something, let's just say mid-December, and hopefully it'll air by Christmas. We'll just say that. So here we go. Let's play this. I'm going to mute my mic.
Years ago, people would come up and ask, why is it that Cardano gets such a bad shake in the media? Why is it that ADA, Cardano, you guys are so viciously, vehemently criticized? In fact, I went to a Twitter space a few days ago. It's a VeChain Solana Algorand space. And the JPEG store guy was there, and they're all just hating on him. They say, oh, Cardano is a scam coin. It's shit. It's all this stuff. There's so much programming in the industry. And then we discover the Block, which, has given us such lovely coverage through the years. Vossel shipped after being 3 months delayed. Turns out that the CEO is taking bribes from FTX. Turns out that FTX was trying to pay everybody off to boost their garbage and attack legitimate projects. And that's the tip of the iceberg. When I was sitting there with Ryan Selkis and we were at the panel, the fireside chat, he says, why does no one like you? He said, because we don't have Ponzonomics, and they do. and they need to dump their stuff. So we're the enemy.
Exactly. We don't have Ponzi-nomics. Basically the idea that, you know, when a centralized blockchain or a centralized token, you know, the VCs, the people that are financing the whole thing, it's easier for them to manipulate the price of their own tokens because, well, this is all an example. I mean, when you can buy the media and you can basically, let's just say, fudge the system for a desired outcome, it's a lot easier to do that sort of stuff with a centralized project than it is a decentralized project, let alone one of the most, if not the most, decentralized blockchain out there, which is Cardano. And Cardano is, by its very nature, the enemy of anything centralized in the space for those same reasons. And so, you know, the more you learn about Cardano, the more it's easy to understand why it's going to take over crypto. I mean, in my opinion, anyway. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Anything could happen. But, you know, so far since 2017, it's proven its case time and time again with every milestone. And it just continues to get bigger, faster, better. I mean, and in a time when the majority of crypto projects basically launch and they come out and they say, hey, here's our idea, here's why we want money, and they get a whole bunch of money, and then maybe they come out with a project that's actually usable, that establishes some sort of use case. Maybe they don't. The ones that do ultimately are, from what I see, are just good enough to merit, you know, a little bit of FOMO, a little bit of pump during a bull cycle. And then once the bear market hits, the money's gone, everything's gone, and you hardly ever hear about that project again. And that's one of the reasons why I have been leaning much more towards layer one blockchains as opposed to like layer two applications that are likely not going to catch on anytime soon. Outside of, you know, the gaming realm, which is one of the reasons why I've got this paid segment I'm going to do in a minute, because it is a metaverse project. And I think that metaverse projects, gaming, NFT gaming, that sort of thing is going to continue being very, very bullish for years to come, because it's ultimately going to be a gateway for a lot of people, especially as the quality of these games and applications get better and better over time. So I just thought that was abundantly important, and I wanted to make sure that I pointed that out. Now we're going to go through a project called Virtua. Yes, I know many of you have been asking me about it. What are my thoughts on it? You know, the disclosures down below, you know, in terms of like the payment details and things. But this is paid. They paid a long time ago. Wasn't really much, but here we are, because they are getting ready to launch a token, and they're getting ready to they're launching something very soon. I don't have all the notes right in front of me, but I figure we're going to go through this for a little bit. It's late night for me. We're only 13 minutes in, so I'll spend 5 or 6 minutes going through this, let you guys know that it exists, and I'll give you my honest impressions as to what I see as we go through it. Immerse yourself in brand new metaverse games. So this isn't about just one particular game or metaverse. This is about multiple games within a particular realm. Our games development experts at Virtua Studios are building some epic Web3 games, sharing the VFlex, the Virtua Metaverse heroic avatars, and you can join the Discord there. Battle for Virtua Prime, a squad card-based tactical action puzzler developed in collaboration with Stainless Games, who also developed Carmageddon and Magic the Gathering. I love Money the Gathering personally. I always have. I just really got tired of having to buy boxes all the time to stay competitive. Which is why I call it Money the Gathering, but it is a hell of a game. And every once in a while, I'll still go in and play. I love discard decks. I love mill decks. I just love being a dastardly bastard when I'm playing card games. Because I used to love the World of Warcraft card game before Hearthstone came out. And I had a deck that if I pulled off my combo, it was devastating. It was like broken. Because I would make people, like, I would pull off this combo that make you basically discard 1 million cards, and every time you discarded, you would take like 3 damage. And I'm pretty sure one game I won, I think I did like 56 damage to this guy. He only had 26, and it was broken. But that was one of my favorite card games ever. But then they basically discontinued that for Hearthstone. But anyway, I digress. This is all about Virtua, and this actually sounds pretty good. I mean, people that are involved in Magic the Gathering, I'm sure, are probably putting out some pretty good stuff. I guess this is a video, so let's take a quick glimpse at this video and see what's popping. Okay. I mean, simple enough. Nothing crazy, but I'm interested. Jetman V-Flecked Runner. I hate runner games. They're, to me, those are silly. I'm just going to be real straight up. Easy to build. You could buy scripts to build these kinds of games like in no time flat. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of those kinds of games personally. But some people love them. I mean, kids love them. So Virtua Prime is a hyper-realistic, immersive 3D world and the first planet in the Virtua metaverse. Cardano Island was the first island launched on Virtua Prime. This almost sounds like kind of what am I thinking? An Entropia universe kind of thing, where there are multiple planets and they focus on different things. Cardano Island, Crypto Islands, Virtua Island, Category Islands, Unexplored in Region 5, Brand Islands. I mean, ideas, I'm interested. Let's see, for fans, for creators, let's see give your fans new and immersive content experiences. Expand your brand by utilizing one of the many land plots on Virtua Prime. For NFT lovers, expand your NFT collection of NFTs by acquiring one of the many new NFTs that will arrive with Virtua Prime and show off your NFT collections in your own customized fan cave. I mean, that's cool. For landowners, cultivate your land plot. What will you create? Will you build a humble family villa or reach for the stars and construct a skyscraper that can be seen for miles around? Profit from your land by extracting resources from it using land bots and have unique interactions with NPCs that others cannot by stationing them on your plot. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. That reminds me of like Ultima Online. In my opinion, one of the best massively multiplayer games ever to come to the internet, and it just happened to be one of the first ones since like MUDs. But Ultima Online, you did the same thing. You'd have your own little house. Wasn't an instanced house or anything like that, but you'd buy these little NPCs and they would act as your stores. And you'd load your NPCs up, you put different clothes and outfits on them and things to basically show off like, hey, this is probably an armor salesman or a clothing salesman or woman or whatever. And and then people would just walk up to them and like check their inventory to see what they had on offer for sale. And it was such a kick-ass system because everybody would try to customize their houses and like store all their rares and all of that. One of the best games ever created. I've always wished I could recreate it myself, and I've never been able to do that. It's a pretty big deal. So there's Cardano Island. Let's see what this says. Okay, Cardano Island, the first island on Virtua Prime, the Cardano community's true home in the metaverse. Cardano Island will be the first island that you can purchase land on, interact with, and explore. Interesting. A total of 12,999 plots on Cardano Island are available for purchase to become your own home in the metaverse. Here's the thing. I laugh because I think it's like, wow, what a high number. But when you think of how many people that are actually going to be into this and getting into this and playing it and doing stuff, most people are going to buy more than one plot. So even if you were to cut that into force, if that'd be like, okay, this might service, 4,000 people, which isn't a whole lot when you think about it. If everybody bought like 3 or 4 plots, it's really not that much. So it sounds like it. JPEG store. Let me take a look at this because I'm curious what the floors are on these. 261 ADA floor right now for these plots. I might actually pick up a couple. I mean, why not? I mean, it doesn't. I mean, stuff like this, man, it's so 50-50 because you don't know If it goes really well, catches on and blows up, well, that land will be worth a fortune. And if it doesn't amount to squat, well, it didn't cost you that much. I'm not telling you guys to buy anything. I'm just saying I might actually pick up a few with a floor of 261. But the thing of it is when I get land in something, I want like the best there is. Like I want the best shot at having the most functionality, capability. So this is a small plot. That's 330. What are these? Oh, these are condos. Hell of a condo. I want some land, fool. I want, yeah, I wonder what the most expensive is. If it'll let me narrow this down. See if I type. Let's go high to low. I'm a baller. I'm an OG. One no cheap land. 20,000 ADA. There's only one of these available. That's just a medium plot. That's just a medium plot for 20,000 ADA. That's $6,000 at today's value. Imagine the price of Cardano going back up to $5 and you basically spent all that on a plot of land. Trait count 7, attributes rarity uncommon. For that kind of money, I want the rarest of rare. Iron, sticky goo, and wood. Square. Attribute summon slots 4. Okay. Attributes robot slots 1. I'm gonna have to dive deeper into this. I mean, I'm definitely intrigued a little bit, but I haven't really seen any meat yet. I mean, these little graphics are cool, but I can make these in Midjourney. Like, where's we got some in-game footage of any kind that we can take a look at. NPC slots, zone slots, land rarity table, common, uncommon, rare, special, legendary. I mean, what's a legendary go for? Yeah, I'll have to look and see. I don't know. What else you got for me? You got some cool graphics, but yeah, I don't have any land, so that doesn't do me any good. All right, so that's Cardano Island and then Virtual Island. The Monster Zone. Buy land or a condo in the Virtua metaverse and make it yours. There's Godzilla in the background. Monster Zone blog. What Virtual Island looks like. 3 city zones, 5 edge zones. I mean, all these zones are cool, but I'm not really seeing anything that's breaking down like what the point is. So you get resources to do what? You know, am I mining up resources? Is this like a real cash economy at any point where, you know, I get land and it's got super goo or something? I've got a robot mining up super goo. What am I using the super goo for? Why is it valuable to me or anyone else? Can I sell it? Does it become an NFT? Am I mining up and just kind of producing more NFTs that I'm ultimately able to sell and add to a marketplace? What's that marketplace look like? There are a million questions that I have about this. Land bots, virtual land bots, get yours now. So you have to mint land bots too. Collect unique land bots to get even more value from your land plots. Bring your metaverse experience to life. Each bot is a one of a kind. Generative NFT and comes with its own set of attributes and skills, such as the ability to mine resources from your land, craft new items, discover and explore new areas of Virtua, and more. Resources can be used to craft new NFTs that you can display in your V space or trade with others. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. But for the thing of it is, I want to see more than just what I can buy, right? Like I want to see more than just the idea. I'd like to see some in-game stuff, which I'm not really seeing. Prestige allows you to stake your TVK in return for a world of exclusive benefits. So what I'm really seeing right now is like, hey, you can buy land, you can buy a lot of stuff, but is there a launch date for some of these things? Let's see what they have on Instagram, maybe. 17,000 followers on Instagram. All right, I'll drop you a follow on the gram there. That's quite a good. Oh my gosh, it's so funny to see that. Let me just get rid of that right now. Independent art NFT drop available on your marketplace. Oh, what are these? Are these some come on. I want to see this stuff. They need better photos, man. How about zooming that in to fill that frame for us, folks? In partnership with 10 Terrifying Godzilla Legacy Collectibles. I mean, listen, I from what I'm seeing, it's cool, but so far to me, I'm not seeing what any of this does for me. I know that this is a paid segment, and it is, but I love the idea. I love metaverses. I love all of this fun stuff. But so far, I'm just seeing a bunch of stuff I can buy. And I'm not really seeing exactly what it does for me, why I want it. What's the value of this stuff outside of just hoping that this becomes something that makes what I bought more valuable, right? Because what does it do to help me create something that is valuable to other players? And I don't even necessarily mean it has to be valuable from a financial standpoint directly, right? Like that's not what I'm saying. But if I played EverQuest and I go and I spend 8 hours trying to farm something, or I'm raiding some boss and I get a big powerful drop and I can't use it, who wants it and why? And let's say I own the land that big powerful boss is on. That's one of the beauties of games like Entropia Universe, is that you can buy you could buy planets that you develop yourself. You can everything in that game is a real cash economy, down to the bullets you use to shoot at animals. I mean, in the virtual world, or that you shoot robots with, and then you hunt these robots or animals or whatever, and you're literally spending money to do it. And then when they pass away, you can farm up parts that you might sell to other people or use for crafting or whatever. So, and it's a big economy. And I played that game for a little while and I loved it. I was like wildly addicted to it for some time. And I think I started my account with $100, and I think I left it with like $2,000. So that was years ago, and I'm sure a lot has changed since then. But yeah, this is an interesting project, but I would definitely like to see more. And what I will say is that now that this is actually on my radar, I will be following it a little more closely. And because it's got something to do with Cardano. I'm going to be checking it out more. I probably won't join the Discord personally. Virtua Roadmap 2022 and 2023. Let's take a quick look at this and see if it tells me anything that I will get super pumped about, because I really want to see something. I want to see more than just like, here's stuff you can buy, and you can buy this as well. And, if you want, you can buy this. So Virtua started in 2017. That's cool. VR compatible metaverse, including games, very early on, but the world wasn't quite ready for it. So this started in 2017, and they're still around and they're still doing stuff, but we already knew that blockchain, Web3, and NFT technologies would all be essential parts of our metaverse ecosystem, and decided to focus more on NFTs. We then built our own NFT marketplace, but we didn't stop there. We also created totally new NFT collections with mainstream brand partners like Paramount Pictures, Top Gun, The Godfather. Okay, so I'm starting to see how they've got some credibility, and that somebody thinks they're going to sell 20,000 ADA worth of a uncommon land plot. Officially licensed NFT drop. Today, our list of partners has expanded to include even more top-level brands, companies, and creatives like Kevin Hart, Shelby, Williams Racing, F1, Elvis Presley, Dynamite Entertainment, the Hero Indian Super League, Stephen Colbert, who I can't stand, a long list of immensely talented artists like Tim Cantor, don't know how to pronounce that, Nick Percival, and more. We're also working with fantastic Web3 partners from Cardano IOG and Polygon to the Bored Ape Yacht Club, Dead Pix, Goat Tribe, Disco Solaris, and ADA Ninjas. And our list of both Web2 and Web3 partnerships is consistently expanding. I don't know. It looks cool. It's definitely worth bookmarking and keeping tabs on. I'll say that. I might pick up a little land just for the fun of it. Probably not going to go too crazy, but I might pick up a little bit just to have it in my back pocket because, something tells me if this does pick up, I mean, based off of the partners, if that's all legit, this could become something pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm down to check it out. I'll keep you updated. I mean, as new things happen, when we've got some stuff I can actually dive into and play and show off, I'll probably do that. This is the roadmap. Next, we'll start going through some of these roadmap items individually. I mean, it looks like a beefy roadmap. There's a lot to take in. I mean, I'll throw the link in the description below. Check it out. Watch these videos. Let me know in the comments. Like, what do you think of this? Is there something I missed? Are there videos? Are there gameplay videos and things that are just not easily discoverable? This is cool. Virtua dashboard, resource hub version 1. I mean, that looks pretty clean. Game metaverse API, metaverse section. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. It looks like it's planned, but if they've been working on this since 2017, where is it? We'll provide updates on 2023 rollout. I mean, it looks like 2023 is going to be a big year, so I guess we'll just have to play it by ear and see what happens between now and then. These graphics, though, I can't imagine those are in-game graphics because those look a little wonky, if I'm honest. None of this is blowing my skirt back, so to speak. I'd like to see something a little cleaner. For whatever reason, this looks like stuff from the 80s. Like if you go and you want like a virtual studio for your YouTube, it's like all the virtual studios look like this. And they look a little weird and not really super high quality, but this looks pretty clean. So listen, anyway, I don't know, follow them on social media. I just followed them on their Instagram, so hopefully I'll start seeing some cool stuff there. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Join the Discord. Follow them on Twitter. Keep me posted. If I happen to forget, remind me. If there's something that I can ultimately dive into with some meat, let me know. Throw a link in the comments below. Also, make sure you don't ignore all the people impersonating me. And chances are there's going to be 1,000 comments in there talking about some fake project that doesn't even exist called AMZ or AMK. They change the name all the time. It's basically some fake Amazon project. It doesn't exist. It's spam. I can't get rid of them. There's just too many bots, and YouTube unfortunately doesn't really give us the tools to be able to deal with that stuff very easily. So unfortunately I have to leave it. I try to clean this stuff out every time I do a video, and it just keeps popping back up. It's like a weed. You get rid of one, you got 3 more that show up. So hopefully this video finds you well. Enjoy your Monday. I will definitely be seeing you again very soon with some announcements of my own. I'm going to get back to work because it's only 12:30 and I typically work till like 2:30. So until next time, guys, grow your coins and I'll see you soon.